Yeah, that was
Oh,
just, that
hell
was
yeah.
your
I was
place?
Wonder Woman on the line.
All right.
And I felt untouchable. And I was with women that were untouchable. So
Yeah.
we were basically like, we were getting recognized like nationally because we were.
Yes, you were, right?
Yeah, because there's only a handful of restaurants that are ran with all women.
Yeah.
And we were doing it and we were kicking ass. We were slaying all day. Like, we were doing it and doing it with a smile on our fucking face.
Thank you for tuning in to the Austin All Day Culinary Tales podcast. I'm Jason Powers. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. The podcast releases weekly and highlights the wonderful folks behind our culinary scene here in Austin, Texas. Thank you to Ranch Rider Spirits for sponsoring this podcast, offering the Chilton Tequila Paloma and my personal favorite, the Ranch Water. More from them in a bit, but here's what you came for. Wonder Woman herself, Chef Janie Strain from Hanks. If you're not already, follow the podcast on Instagram, sit back, grab a drink, and check it out.
This is so cool.
Chef Janie
Yeah.
from Hanks.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
So you were working today?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Got brunched real hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a regular thing, I'm sure, at Hanks.
Yeah. The past couple of weeks have been pretty slow, though. So for us to have this big of business and unexpectedly have it kind of kicked all of our asses.
Sure.
And it was hard. It was real hard.
And you guys are, tell me a little bit about Hanks.
Okay, so Hanks is one of one right now. Hopefully, we'll be opening our second location within like a year or two.
Privately owned?
Yeah, it's a young couple here in Austin. We have a whole bunch of really rich investors. They used to own, my owners though, Andy and Jesse. They used to own a cheese shop on I think Lamar, South Lamar, called Henri's. And I don't know what happened to it. I think it burned down or something like that.
Wow.
They wanted to do something, I guess, bigger and better, and they went big, as you've seen the restaurant.
Yeah.
It's huge. And so
Very pretty. How many does it seat?
I think like 200 and something on a good day.
It's a big space.
Yeah.
On the east side there.
Yeah.
Off
And
Berkman.
in the hood.
In the hood.
The neighborhood hates it. Well, part of the neighborhood hates it because we're still in that like weird part of the neighborhood. Like behind the restaurant's pretty fucking ghetto. And then in front of the restaurant, it's nice.
Yeah.
So you have like the ghetto people that run around, and I live in the ghetto right behind it. So I get it, and I see all the people that hate it.
well,
and
there's not much around, right?
No, not, it's a neighborhood. I mean, like we're close to Mueller.
So Mueller's down the street,
Yeah.
which has some nice
Right,
Colleen's
yeah,
Kitchen.
right down the street. Yeah.
Locadora and all that. So that fits Hanks.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
But I guess it's far enough out where these guys are like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, for sure. They're like, what are you doing with our hood? Bringing all these white people in.
And
Like,
that is what's happening.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's crazy.
Sure. But big staff, it's all scratch,
Yeah.
everything there?
It's all scratch. We are an American type cuisine with a bunch of influences.
Okay.
Our owners are well-traveled with a huge palate. So anytime that they ever see anything they like, they always want to come back and for us to recreate it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they travel all the time. It makes me feel like such a fucking peasant because I don't do that,
Yeah.
nor do I have any money to even
Sure.
spell countries like that.
I'm in the same boat. This is pretty neat, though, that they do this. They
Yeah.
go travel, they come back, and they say, we tried this.
Yeah.
You say, next time bring me and I'll try.
Exactly. I'm like, I didn't taste it, so we're going to have to go back.
Can I just ask, like, what's something what an example? Like, they came back and they wanted what?
Yeah, so, okay, let's see what they did recently. Let's see. So we have like, right now we're doing this new dish, and they went and had this harissa dressing sauce somewhere in like Spain or something. And And they had it and fell in love with it. And so then we had to recreate it kind of blindly to figure out what they had and kind of just guess it.
And what they're tasting it, saying,
yeah,
it's close.
They're like, well, that's missing something. And we're like, oh, so what is it missing? I'm not quite sure. So let's just try a couple more things and come back to it.
That's funny.
Yeah, so they'll
That's
just...
tricky. I'm sure.
What? Because you don't even know the taste. They're like, well, it tastes like, And I'm like, oh, yeah, I do. I've been to Spain so many times.
You have to have a very extensive vocabulary to like translate the taste of food,
oh,
right?
for sure.
I mean, like it's good.
It's good.
Really
it has
good.
that little, that little...
It's got a bite.
And it's just is like, ooh,
So
yeah.
like
and I'm
cayenne
like, that bite.
good.
Oh, that, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So, I mean,
sure
it gets
you're
hard.
better at it than that.
Yeah, it's hard.
I don't doubt it. Well, that's cool though.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on with Hanks, and that is amazing that it's privately owned for what it is and what it looks like. Interesting. We'll see what happens in a few years over there. Right?
Yeah. Hopefully it gets big and great.
We would take a quick second here and hear from our sponsors.
Yeah, Ranch Rider Spirits.
Ranch Rider. Chef Janie.
Which one did you get?
I have the Ranch Water, which is tequila, sparkling water, and real lime. And you have the Chilton?
With only vodka, sparkling water, real lemon juice, and sea salt.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm spoiled. I've already had
Damn.
these. Pretty good.
Yeah. Wow. Keeping it stupid simple. That's fucking stupid simple, but so
There
good.
you go, yes.
And this is awesome. This is local.
It's as local as it can get. So
Fuck.
guys are amazing. George, it's like a cellarman out there on towards Dripping Springs off 290 by Jester King.
Yeah.
Canning these up right there.
Wow.
Yes.
The hell yeah, Texas.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. So there's a launch party, but this will be in the past.
Oh.
I hope it went well when this goes up. But there you go.
When's the launch party? Are we invited?
Yeah, 25th.
Do we get to go act an ass and
100%.
drink a whole bunch of this shit?
100%.
For free?
Yes, January 25th. Anybody listening, that's already passed, but
January 25th. What is today? The 19th?
10 days out. It's this weekend.
Shit.
Yes. So
Damn.
you should go 1 to 9.
Yeah, this is real freaking good.
It's very good.
Damn. Ready to drink cocktails.
And it doesn't hurt that it's like 119 calories and all that stuff for all these.
And it's gluten free.
Yeah, gluten free, all that good stuff. Everything's good about it.
I mean, I guess I'm gluten free now, right? Is that what this means?
Yeah, I get for the moment.
God damn, hell yeah.
But you're not anything like that.
New year, new me.
New year, new me. It does not say that anywhere, right?
No.
Okay.
But it's so cute. It says still trucking, born in the ranch hand, food truck. That's cute.
No, we're honored to have them sponsor the podcast. And
yeah, hell yeah.
They're great guys. Ranch Hand originally started at the UT campus as a class project. We've talked about it on podcast before, but then Ranch Hand is like a restaurant.
Yeah.
Was started as a trailer, and now this is their like next step.
How awesome.
So very cool. And there you go.
Wonder what flavors are going to do next.
I don't know. I talked about that with them and felt kind of silly because it's like, look, they want to get these going, right?
Yeah, they're so good. They're going to do real well.
Yeah, definitely. So, Chef Janie,
Yes, sir.
we know about Hanks a little bit, but let's hear about you.
Oh, God.
Where are you originally from?
Wichita Falls, Texas.
Oh, no kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Right on the border of Texas and Oklahoma, which is kind of cool. I mean, not that we're close to Oklahoma because that's God's toilet state. But it's cool because there's casinos.
Okay.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's okay.
It's okay. So we're out on the border. If nobody knows where Wichita Falls is, it is on the border of Oklahoma. The only reason it's big is because it has a huge Air Force base. Like I think it has like one of the biggest Air Force bases. We got known for going into like the worst drought in the United States a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And we kind of went public. Well, I say we. I was here in Austin. They went public about recycling their wastewater because it wouldn't fucking rain.
Yeah.
They spent millions of dollars to get those missiles to shoot up into the sky to like cause storms. And
Are you
it
serious?
sent a tornado to Dallas. And same, I think, with like Oklahoma City. So they shot it up, spent millions of dollars, and it split.
Right. They say it was an accident.
Yeah, they say it was an accident.
No, that's insane.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
That's let's see. Dr. Phil is from my hometown.
Okay. Is
Mia
there like
Hamm.
a place called Provisions out there or something?
I don't know.
Okay. This is my own thing. Never mind.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Okay.
It's a shit town. One cool fact about it is
Well, this is second.
Okay, yeah. Well, I guess the shit water is not really a cool fact.
It's kind of interesting, and the Dallas tornado is definitely interesting.
Yeah, it's because it's Tornado Alley up there too. So when
that's true,
when
right?
thunderstorms come, I get such bad PTSD. I'm like, I need to find a shelter. I need to go home. I am so scared.
It's scary stuff, right?
Dude, I'm such a little bitch, especially with storms.
Have you actually been in a
a handful
tornado?
of them.
Wow.
And I'm such a little bitch. If I see like a storm brewing outside, I'm like, oh, we're fucked.
Well, I get that part, but like, what about these storms you were in?
So, I mean, they were bad.
You never watched anybody get hurt?
No.
Okay. Did you ever watch like the roof get torn off your head or something?
No, so let's see. The one that because like a lot of them happened when I was at school. So then we'd have to go into the hallways and like get into like a fetal position.
Under the table and stuff?
Not under the table. So you'd get into the hallway and you'd have to line up against the doors and like kind of like squat down like and hold the back of your head, and your legs your head would be in between your knees, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I guess lockers
to protect your
so lockers could crush you, but you could protect your head. I don't really know.
Yeah.
But
either way, that was the fire or tornado drill.
Yeah. In '79, they had a really bad tornado. It was like one of the worst, I think, in like American history. And it's called Terrible Tuesday. And it's like the worst day for Wichita Falls. Every year it comes around, everybody's like shitting their bricks, scared that a tornado is going to happen. Yeah, dude, it was bad.
Like they're cursed or something? But
I guess kind of. Yeah. So it hasn't been lately. But the only tornado I've really seen was at my godparents' house, and they live out in the country. So
in OK?
No, not in freaking OK in Texas.
Oh, here, okay.
Yeah, here in Texas. But we were sitting outside, and my godfather just doesn't give a fuck. Like, he's like, well, if it gets real close, like, we'll go into shelter. And I'm like fucking crying.
Yeah.
But you could see it like go and bounce into the town and like pop back up, and everything around it would just fly up.
You mean the
tornado? Yeah,
what is it called? The
funnel.
Funnel.
Yeah, and it just bounces, fuck shit up, go back up, fuck shit up.
That's scary.
It's so scary.
Yeah, no, it's dreadful. All that stuff is.
Yeah. So,
but we don't see much of that in Austin.
No, not at all.
But we had threads of it recently.
Yeah, and
scared me.
I was shitting bricks because I moved away to get away from that shit. So for that to happen, I was like, oh, you got me fucked up, Austin. Like, nope. So I was pretty scared. That whole day, I think I got stomach ulcers probably because I was so scared and stressing about it.
But when did you get out of Oklahoma and Tornado Alley?
I wasn't in freaking Oklahoma.
Oh, Wichita Falls.
God
I'm sorry.
dang it.
Jesus.
Don't you dare disrespect me like that.
A border there.
Let's see. My first time I came down here was when I was in college, and I was just a shit kid.
Before you came here, were you cooking at all?
No.
So never.
So I moved here, and then I got in a lot of trouble, and I had to move back home. Went to school out there and kind of got a grip on my life. And then I came, and then so when I was living there, I worked at this little place called the Gypsy Kit. The Gypsy Kit used to be a food truck here in Austin.
Really?
And then they moved back to Wichita, where they're from, and opened up a little cafe. And so at the time I was working at a radio station, and I was doing sales.
Okay.
And they were one of my customers. So they needed help one time, and I was like, well, if you ever need help, I'm here. So I would go work there, and I always would ask them if they needed me help, like I needed help in the kitchen, and they never did. They never wanted any help from me until one day they got super busy, and I kept just asking, y'all need help? And so then I went and like fried a couple baskets of French fries, and then it slowly went from.
How old were you then?
Let's see, that was probably like
roughly
7 years ago, so 21 years old.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
So I started out doing that. So
you had like an itch? I'm sorry to keep interrupting.
No, you're fine.
But you wanted to get in the kitchen because
super.
It excited you?
Yeah. So my dad did he's a freaking master in the kitchen. That fool can cook anything.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So you grew up around good food.
Yeah, for sure. So my dad is Japanese and my mom is Creole. So it's like
good combo.
Different spectrums. My mom can't cook for shit though.
Cook.
Sorry, Mom, if you're listening.
If she could, right?
She.
But did he cook her cuisine
yes,
for her?
My dad can cook anything. Like if you're like, I really feel like blah blah, and he's like, cool, say no more.
I'm not kidding. Still to this day.
Not so much. He got really sick and lost like a lot of his taste buds, so he can't really taste shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, he still can cook, but not to like the extent that he used to.
Yeah, that's that's a scary thought too.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
So I grew up in a kitchen basically with him. But so at the Gypsy Kit, I kept asking them, bugging them to help in the kitchen, and they never would give me the chance until that one day that we got completely screwed. And so I went from like working in front of the house 5 days a week to 4 days a week and 1 day in the kitchen. And then slowly I kept just moving more days into the kitchen and then no days making money being in the front of the house. And then let's see, they wanted to bring their food truck back here to Austin. So I got it. We brought it here. It was not really in the greatest of locations. It was kind of close to UT, and we came during the summertime, so there's no students.
Sure.
So they ended up, I ended up getting a sweet ass job being this lady's a nanny for a really, really, really wealthy family.
Here in Austin?
Yeah. They lived in the W. They were so wealthy. It was so awesome.
They lived in the W?
Yeah. So the W is not only a hotel, but the other side of it's condos.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah. So it's only like to a certain floor that the hotel is, and then above that is all condos.
That is classy.
Yeah. So I ended up getting that job and being a nanny, and it kicked ass. And then I kind of went from being a nanny more into like a personal assistant, and I was a personal bitch. I did everything.
You're okay with it though?
Yeah, I freaking loved it, dude. I was getting paid so much money, and I mean, no taxes were getting taken out, and I'd get a check every week. Like, it was so awesome.
So did you live in there with them?
No, I would stay like. So I worked like 5 to 6 days a week, and maybe like half of that time I would stay actually in the condo with them. But
but you had to have your own place.
Yeah,
it'd have been nice if you didn't, right?
Yeah, and I still lived in the ghetto, so my rent was super cheap. But I felt I was like this little country redneck piece of trash in like this nice ass place, and I'm like, oh wow, this shit's nice.
But they brought you in. They must have enjoyed you.
Yeah, they kept going through. Like nannies trying to find the perfect person. And it was funny because like when I went in for my interview, one of my old friends was like their house manager. And he was the one that told them about me. So before,
house manager.
Yeah, like he does their laundry, goes grocery shopping for them.
I thought that's what you would have been hired for.
Yeah, well, no, because I was just a nanny. So I didn't do anything but watch the kid.
You need to send them my way. I'll step into their position.
Yeah, they're a great family, super rich. But so I stepped off the elevator, and I was shitting bricks already because Blake had already told me, like, just to give you a heads up, like, the wife of the house, like, she's very scary. You will know right away that she doesn't like you. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So I step off the elevator, and she steps out of her condo, and it's like this long hallway. She lived at the very end of the hallway, and she's like, pops her head out, and she's like, hey, Janie, we're over here. Come on down. And I was like, oh my God, where's the bathroom? I'm about to shit myself. So we go in there and we start talking, and she ended up like falling in love with me.
There you go.
She said from the moment that I stepped off that elevator that she knew I was right for the family. So I stayed with them.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So I stayed with them for a very long time. And she was the way that I kind of got my foot in the door here in Austin. Because I ended up leaving the food truck. And I worked with that family for a little while, and she was friends with Callie Spear. Callie and CK that owns Wu Chow is one of the owners. And then like Lisa and Stuart, who's owners of the Chameleon Group. And so she was like, she knew I wanted to be in a kitchen. And her son was a really picky eater. And they ordered a bunch of food, so it's not like I ever got to play in their kitchen, which was a really nice kitchen.
Yeah. I thought that's where you're going with that.
No. But they introduced me. Kat was the lady's name that I worked for. She introduced me to Callie. Callie was looking for an assistant. And
Callie, at this time, where? Because I remember she was at Geraldine's.
No, so before Geraldine, she was at Swift's Attic, and she was their pastry chef, and she was over there. And so at the time, the Chameleon Group just had Swift's Attic, but the wife of the owner of Chameleon Group, his name is Stuart, his wife Lisa, she owned a bake shop called Delish, and it was like right down the street from each other. So it was like the W Delish and Swift's, and I kept all three jobs. Like, so I worked with Callie. Callie was the pastry chef of the bakery and Swift's Attic. So we would just go between the two. And I worked underneath Callie until Callie left to go to Geraldine's.
How'd you like working with Chef Callie?
I loved it. Callie is, she's like my mom of the industry. Without her, I would have never gotten this chance. And she saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself. And she pushed me and pushed me and pushed me. But not only did she do it, but over at Swift's Attic, it was Big Daddy, who we call Zach Norcutt, and also Sweet Tooth. Matt Taylor.
Okay.
And they were the chefs over there, and I loved them.
Were you focused on pastries with Callie?
Yeah, so I had never really had a job like that. So pastry was a whole new ballpark to me, and that shit was hard.
So, because that whole thing with the breads and the pastries,
Yep.
the contrast between that and cooking. So, do you prefer cooking over?
Yes, because it's not as much as a chemistry as like pastry is. Like the littlest mistake you make in pastry will fuck everything up.
Yeah. And then the time is the thing that that throws me off.
Yep, because
I get how people do it and enjoy it, and like the end result is maybe more amazing than a recipe that you cook.
Dude, it's hard.
But yeah, the time you have to wait. And
Yep. Not only that, but like we started our day super early. Usually a lot of pastry people start their day freaking early.
What, 4, 5?
Yeah, dude, it sucked.
Well, that's why these air at midnight for those lonely pastry folks.
God, it's so hard. So I did that with Callie until she left with Geraldine's, and then while they were trying to look for a pastry chef, I kind of kept it up, but I was like, dude, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go to savory. Like, I want to go to the savory side of this. And at the time, Swift's Addict had a kick-ass line. These guys, no one
Just
ever.
the team itself.
Yeah, everybody, the team, the chefs, every fucking person was just kick-ass. So there was never any positions open. So I kept doing pastry until we found a pastry chef, and I did prep until somebody got fired on the line, and Big Daddy, Zach Norcutt, was like, get your ass out, get your ass on fry. And from there, I was like, I'm never going back to prep.
Nice. So where were your chops at on that day as far as like the savory side being on a line? Were you up to par?
Yeah,
were you ready to go?
Yeah, because I was the person that because I was on prep, when I wasn't doing prep, I would be able to go and float around to stations and see what they were doing. They would teach me. The guys that worked there, were awesome. So they always wanted me to come over and show me what they were doing and teach me their ways. And so I was kind of just taken on by this big group of guys.
Yeah.
And it was freaking awesome. I was one of the boys, and I've always been one of the boys. So from going with Callie being a girl and working at a bake shop with all girls to going with all perverted dudes that talked a bunch of shit and smack
You liked it?
That's me, 110%, except I lucked down and became a girl when I thought I was always a boy. So I was there forever. Then they got a pastry chef, and his name is Derek Flynn, and we call him Durs. He was my greatest fucking friend. The love he had for pastry, I was like, oh, I want to go back to pastry.
Okay.
I will still help on the line. And so I did that. I did pastry from 4:00 in the morning until 1 p.m. And then from 3 p.m. till 11 o'clock, I would work on the line.
Wow.
So I was pulling slave hour shifts.
Yeah. How'd you handle that?
I loved it.
Yeah,
because I was with a badass group. And I wanted to be a badass like them. I wanted people to be like, man, she kicks ass.
Sure.
And so I loved it. I loved my team. I loved everything about that. Swift's Addict was my family. That was my jam.
Yeah, you were passionate about it.
Yeah, 110%.
You wanted to earn your stripes with
Yeah. And Derek, the love that he has for pastry and how smart he was, he can break down anything. I'm like, well, how does this work? And he'd be like, oh, let me show you. He'd get a piece of paper and draw it all out. And
is he still there?
No. So Derek now is at Suerte.
Okay.
Yeah, he is. He's with Fermin, that they were together at La Condesa.
Okay.
And he taught me that every pastry person will find their savory. And they will, once they meet, they will always be connected. And that they just go together. And those two they go together very well. So Derek was kind of just lost. And so he came to Swift's Addict and kicked ass, man. That fool is so talented.
Nice. And Suertes, they're doing great.
Yeah, dude, that place is so damn good. We went there for a team build with other managers. Yeah.
Nice.
A while back when they first opened, and god dang, it was so good.
Keep hearing good things.
Yeah, have you not been there?
I haven't been yet.
Dude.
I know.
It's so good.
I have a list of priorities, of places I need to go because It's folks who've been on the podcast.
Yeah.
So, but I do need to get
Yeah,
over there.
it's good.
Nixta took the lead from Suerte. I needed to go there.
Who has?
Nixta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about them.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I love them, and they're great people. But now I'll try Suerte.
Yeah, dude, it's
and we're
good.
going back and forth about them coming on. So
yeah, you should. They're really freaking. Everybody in there is really awesome.
And not to mention that just that area.
Yeah.
Is Suerte on 6?
Yeah, I think like E6.
Yeah. So
I think
all of the east side, not quite as far as where you guys are. But
yeah, it's building the fuck up.
You can just go there, basically eat every different place every night of the month,
all around the world.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's great. So I was with Derek, and then we opened up Wu Chow.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Derek was a pastry chef over Wu Chow.
Did you learn any Chinese? Because I know that one of the chefs over there is like, he doesn't know English at all.
So it's funny, when they first came in and CK opened it up, because it's CK Chin's, his concept. And it was like all of the recipes, I'm pretty sure, like with his grandmother's, his mom's and his grandmother's, like authentic as shit.
Yeah.
But when they first opened the kitchen, it was like a whole bunch of Chinese men.
Yeah, I've been in there.
Yeah, and it was crazy because like Derek and I would bring pastries in and we couldn't talk to them or say like, hey, how's it going? And they would just look at us and be like, oh, good, me too, same, cool, thanks for asking, have a great day.
That's when you know the food's good though, right?
Yeah, dude. Oh, God, it was so good. So we were with them for a really long time. And it was really cool too, because then our owners built, do you remember on, let's see, Cesar Chavez and whatever street Gus's Chicken is on? Do you remember that old pink Mexican food restaurant that shut down a long time ago? It was on the corner, what street is Gus's Chicken on?
That's like, is it Brazos?
Maybe. Yeah, that could be it. So,
but it's right. There's Cafe Blue over in that area and all that stuff.
So from whatever street that Gus's runs on in Cesar Chavez, there used to be an old pink, I think it was a Mexican food restaurant at the time. Well, our group owners bought that as like their office. And that's where we had our 101 kitchen, like our test kitchen and the pastry
group owners
kitchen.
For Swifts.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Chameleon Group.
Okay.
So we.
Pink. Okay, I'm thinking Pink Avocado. That's not the right place.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a catering
now
place
it's like a hotel. They built it. They bulldozed it over and built it.
Oh, surprise!
It's like a big hotel now.
That keeps happening.
Yeah, so we got to be in there by ourselves, and it was so awesome. We jammed so much Beyonce. And then they were going to open up their third concept, which was Guild with Sterling.
That's still there?
I don't know.
I think it was actually opened and closed in a short time.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be near Central Market.
Yeah,
really
so it was
fancy.
there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
And it was cool. I got to meet Sterling and I got to meet his sous chef, and they scientists. Yeah. Like I had never seen stuff like that they were doing, and it was real cool. But then I ended up connecting back again with Callie. Callie and I had never really lost communication through this whole period of time.
Sure.
So Callie was about to go open Holy Roller, and I kind of just was lost.
Holy Roller.
Yeah, Holy Roller.
Great place.
It's so awesome. Yeah. They kick so much ass. But
why were you feeling lost?
I don't know.
Beyonce, pastry,
Beyonce's. Well, Derek had gotten a really good job. He was leaving to go to Juniper.
He left. Okay.
Yeah, and so I was like, I'm not staying. If
the name dropping here, it's such great places.
Yeah, dude, frick. I was lost. Like I didn't. He was my person.
Yeah. And did he give you like a talk before he left?
Kind of. So we left at the same time. Because when he told me he was leaving, I was like, well, I can't stay. I can't stay without you. Like, what am I supposed to do? Because Big Daddy and Sweet Tooth, Zach and Matt had left Swift's Attic too. So my people had left.
Yes.
And so at that point I was like, I can't stay here by myself. I can't and I won't. So I called Callie on her stepdaughter's graduation day, and I was just like, not really frantic, but kind of frantic. And I'm like, Callie, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Like, what I need to do something. She was like, if you want to come to Holy Roller, the door is open for you. She's like, you tell me what you want to do, and you'll be a part of the team. And I was like, dude, just give me a job.
Yeah.
I don't even care what it is. I'll wash dishes. And so she was like, well, you do pastry. So
you're probably immediately stoked to do that.
Oh, hell yeah. Because it was an all woman ran place. Like there were a couple of guys that worked there, but the GM was a woman, the bar manager was a woman, the executive chefs were women. Like it was a woman ran fucking establishment.
Yeah.
And I had always been in kitchens that were mainly guys, these dirtbag men that.
So you're like, let's see how this one goes.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I've been with guys the whole time. Might as well be a girl.
So are the women just as bad?
Dude, they're freaking way worse.
There we go. Then put it on record.
Yeah, dude.
Because I know guys get in the kitchen and it turns into a little, I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, right?
Yeah, for sure. But women do it and we can kind of hold ourselves at a higher level while being the worst of the worst.
Very good.
It was so much fun. So I went to Holy Roller. I got the job maybe like a month before we opened. And that's when...
we crossed paths there.
Yeah,
Okay,
because remember I chipped my knife.
I do remember that, but I thought before that because I remember like it used to be Waldo's.
No, it used to be that taco shop. Wahoo's.
Fuck,
dude, there were so many stickers.
Waldo.
Where's
Waldo?
Not there.
Yeah, and it was a mess.
It was disgusting.
And there was like water problems. And
yeah, not only that, but there were like stickers all inside the fucking toilets. Like Callie had to hire one guy.
Jesus.
That came in just to remove stickers.
Wretched. Who would?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, yeah.
I don't.
Like you would absolutely need gloves. Like who?
I don't know. And obviously they're not using gloves. Like people are putting their fucking stickers in there. They're just like, fuck it.
Stickers. Okay. So she hired somebody.
Yeah, one person to get
guy.
Stickers off.
She was like, that's your job and you're done.
Yeah, dude.
You retire early.
And he probably did that job for like 6 years. Like there were so many damn stickers.
I would have ripped the toilet out and replaced it.
Yeah. See, I would have just ripped the whole place down and replaced it. Because at that point it's just
like what happened.
one sticker.
Yeah.
So I
remember the time that place was opening. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was great.
Yes, you chip your knife and we
I chipped my knife because, dude, the night before we opened up Holy Roller, somebody broke into my car and stole my knife roll, my backpack. I had a fucking stack of recipe books that were just rubber band and thrown in the floorboard. They stole my recipe books.
Man, you know that I hear this all the time because I'm always dealing with knives and stuff. I hate hearing that.
Dude, I had just sharpened them too. So I was like, I hope whoever that motherfucker I hope they cut their hand off. Like, motherfuckers. But it was cool because when that happened, like everybody that I had met in this journey came together and brought me a whole bunch of stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Callie and her husband Philly bought me a pair of Swissen knives.
Also very nice.
Yeah, Derek Durs brought me a whole bunch of things. He also introduced me to a lady named Jules, and Jules is the pastry chef at that southern restaurant that's kind of like Guadalupe. No,
Guadalupe. I don't know.
It's kind of by Raising Cane's Chicken too, if you know where Raising Cane's is. But whatever restaurant it is, it'll come to my mind in a second. She found out that my stuff was stolen, so she like went through all of her stuff, and everybody just came together and was giving me stuff.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it was nice, but that was the biggest heartbreak that I've ever been through. I cried for days.
When someone's so public service announcement here: if you're a thief and you want to steal a cook or a chef's knives,
dude, just fuck off. Yeah,
because typically these folks aren't making much money, and you're not going to get much back for it.
Fuck no. Not only that, but
second public service announcement: if that happens, get on Craigslist immediately and look for your knives.
For sure. Craigslist offer up. I was on every fucking thing trying to figure it out.
Yeah. It's a shame.
My recipe books, like it was that was like the worst thing ever was all the recipe books and like I had like little stupid notes because I can't remember shit for shit. So it'd be like mix this shit with this shit and then add this shit, then fold in this shit, but only do it half the thing. Like it was, I hope whoever stole it, chop their penis off. If it was a guy.
If it was a guy.
If it was a girl, their nipples.
There you go.
Whatever the case may be.
Who knows? We don't know. I never heard about anything like that happening.
But I hope to God it happened. But so
Me too.
My ex-boyfriend and my mom sent me like $100 each. Because I needed something to start the first day of service. I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I need something. So I went and I got that shun, whatever you want to call it, that little knife. And we had a girl staging, like the second day we opened and
was that the knife
she dropped it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She freaking just dropped it with no type of respect.
Yeah, those are also notorious for chipping, but she shouldn't have dropped it.
But that's when you came by like a couple days later and we're asking about our knives. And I was like, well, I got a chip on mine. And you're like, I'll fix it. No problem at all.
There you go. I was trying to impress you.
Yeah, dude. And you did. I was so fucking happy. I was like going around swinging my knife. I'd probably cut my finger right after that.
That was the first day of service?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
No kidding. Well, if I knew that, I would have never
you
been
came. You came like a week after we opened.
Okay.
My knife got broken the second night of service. I got you. But so I was with Kelly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what? Callie's, the word we used was contagious when Britt and Jim were on here.
Yeah, dude.
She's got like this thing about her.
She does. She does, right? Same with Britt.
Yeah, Britt's very cool.
Dude, Britt is a fucking kick-ass motherfucker.
You heard what she's up to with the Uchi, right?
No.
So she came back here to train.
Yeah.
With either High Hospitality or Uchi specifically to open Uchi in Dallas.
Yeah, that's where she is now with her girlfriend.
Sababoom. That's super cool. I wanted to get her in here, but it's very hard to pin people down.
Dude,
like that.
she is. Britt and Callie were like my saving graces.
Yeah.
They pushed me so hard. And once again, Callie was that person that saw something in me that I didn't see in myself.
Yeah.
So she was like, I call her my mother. Both of them are like my mothers of the kitchen, mainly more of Callie. So, because I've been with Callie my whole life here in Austin.
I could see that being a book or something. My mothers of the kitchen.
My mothers, yeah. Because you have these two kick-ass, talented as shit women and being like right underneath them. Not only that, but like Wonder Woman had just came out right before we opened that restaurant. So I was already on a fucking like woman high. Then I went to see Wonder Woman and I was like, dude, fuck men. Let's go women, girl power. And great. Yeah, they working there because like once again, there were a couple of guys there, but it was majority of women.
Sure. And you let them know.
Dude, women kick so much ass. Not only that, but like
we agree.
We flowed together like an orchestra.
That's also very cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And we like the metaphor with the relating kitchens and the way they work to music.
Oh, for sure. Because it was smoother than a baby's ass.
Nice.
So I was there for a little while. I only did pastry for like a week. And then Callie, one day I was back in the back doing some shit. And I hear Callie say, Jenny, get your fucking ass on the line. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So I got on the line, and from then I'd never left.
Well, Holy Roller out of the gate has been a very popular spot.
Dude.
Yeah.
We would go, like we would open the door and the fucking line would be like wrapped around all the way down, like in front of Walton's. Like it was a Black Friday sale.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We would go like on 3-4 hour waits. And I'm like, who the fuck would wait? I wouldn't. I would get too hangry and I would murder everybody.
Right. Well, okay, maybe your memory's a little better. And I'm referencing the podcast with Jim and Britt.
Oh, yeah?
I asked them when you guys went through the confessions if there was anything that ever stuck out. And they kind of hadn't done it in a long enough time where they were like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you read anything?
Yeah. So, okay. It's funny.
Dig up some dirt. Let me hear
it was funny you said that because I was like looking on Instagram. I just found out that like anything that you post on your story, it's saved on your archives. And I didn't know that.
Oh, did you take photos of these confessions?
Yeah. So we would laugh about them because it was like, they would be crazy. Like one was like, because they would take the confessions and they'd make drinks out of them.
Yeah.
Like the best ones.
Okay.
So they were like just fucking crazy ones. Like my boyfriend slept with my best friend, so I put icy hot on her dildo. There was like ones that
That's pretty good.
Just really weird ones.
God, that is ruthless.
But you got to give me a second. I'll have to go through my archives. But
see, I thought they'd be like that.
There, some of them were fucked.
And I was looking for something like that. I mean, I'm happy hearing just that. But Jim and Britt couldn't remember.
It was funny because Lucy, Callie's daughter, wrote one, and she was like, she wrote one and she had stolen from her sister Ella, but then she signed it from Lucy. And so she was like, I stole something, maybe like $10 from Ella. And then she was like, from Lucy. So we're like going through them and we open that up and I'm like, this little shit. Because I've been with Lucy since she was a little bitty girl.
Yeah. Is this the one who just is graduating from elementary school now?
Yeah. Okay. Little Lucia, and we call her Lucifer. And she, when she was little,
Holy Roller Lucifer. I
dude,
love it.
she was so cute. And she would always come to the bakery and she would sit on my prep table and I would do all my prep with her. I would turn around 1 second, she'd be covered in fucking flour.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, so it was cool. And then being in Holy Roller and seeing her again and being with her all the time, like that was my baby. Like that was my test dummy. Like I did so much stuff with that little girl.
Yeah.
But so the confessions, they were fucked.
Yeah.
Some of them were just like, read them and you're like, what in the fuck? Like,
Yeah. I heard it kind of lost its, it stopped becoming as fun to do.
yeah. And when we first opened, it was like really fun because it was a new
sure.
place and it was fucking bad to the
Well, it was
bone.
a fun idea.
It was super fun.
Yeah. I could like stop in there daily. Be like, well, today,
It's so, dear God, I fucked up today.
daily confession.
But so when we opened, it was fucking hard. So
Just
much.
the grueling hours. And
Yeah,
the
man.
amount of-
So we had to take an hour break in between services
lunch and dinner.
to restock
or breakfast and lunch.
breakfast and lunch and dinner.
Because you guys got slaughtered for brunch,
Dude,
right? Yeah.
slaughtered is not even the word for it. It would be like where all of us, like during that break, we would all go outside. Everybody would smoke cigarettes. I would just sit there and act like I smoked cigarette. And I was like, let me hit somebody's cigarette. I feel like I need to smoke. But you could see in everybody's eyes, like we would get fucked.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Sure.
We were pumping out so much food in such a short amount of time and everybody loved it.
Yeah.
And so I worked there. And I think like 8 weeks into it, I ended up taking the lead line position.
Okay.
So that was really freaking cool.
And at this time, if I pause you from
no worries.
continuing, this is something you wanted to like achieve. Like you wanted to be a badass in the kitchen. And, well, you started Swift Static. You wanted these guys to kind of
so I just wanted to be on the line. Like I wanted to be respected as a line cook from my other line cooks instead
and
of being
were
like
you there when were you feeling accomplished?
No, not at Swift Static.
No. When you got on
a Holy Roller?
the lead line.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Hell yeah! I was Wonder Woman on the line.
All right.
And I felt untouchable. And I was with women that were untouchable. So we were basically like, we were getting recognized like nationally because we were.
Yes, you were, right?
Yeah, because there's only a handful of restaurants that are ran with all women. And we were doing it and we were kicking ass. We were slaying all day. Like, we were doing it with a smile on our fucking face. So I ended up going, and then a couple months after that, Callie's like, we need to go to lunch. I need to talk to you. And I was like, oh, I'm getting fired.
Is that what you thought?
I'm racking through my head and I'm like, did I sexual harass anybody? No. What did I do? And I was like, I'm definitely getting fucking canned.
Right.
And so the night before I go to San Antonio because my brother's a director of operations of this restaurant group. And he was in San Antonio and I went down there.
What restaurant group?
It's called The Rustic.
Okay. What's under their umbrella? Do you know?
It's just called the restaurants are called The Rustic. There's like one in Dallas, one in San Antonio, one in Houston. I think like Pat Green, the singer, is like a big owner of it.
Okay.
But it's like this huge freaking restaurant that do a lot of concerts and have really, really good food.
Okay.
But I went down there with my ex-boyfriend and I don't really know what happened, but I got sick as fuck and I think it was from pimento cheese.
What would it be? The mayo?
I don't know. Maybe the alcoholic beverage I was drinking with it, maybe not mixing. I don't fucking know.
I get sick when I eat pimento cheese because I just keep eating it.
Yeah, well, that was me at Holy Roller when we brought pimento cheese on the menu.
Oh, yeah, that's dangerous.
It was so bad, but the greatest thing ever. So I had to call Callie like that morning and I'm sick. Like she could hear me in my voice. I'm like, oh, Callie, I can't, I'm not going to be able to meet you today. You're going to have to fire me another day.
You said that.
Basically, she was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I can't. Right. And she was like, all right, dude, I'll see you when I see you. So then I go to work and she was like, let's walk around the block.
Right. This has to be done in private,
Callie,
whatever it is.
If you want to fire me, just fire me in front of everybody. Like, don't do this to me.
And what really? Why did you think you were going to get canned? You just had a feeling?
It's like when your mom talks to you and she was like, Jason,
we're going to move on now.
We need to talk.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, God damn it. So Callie.
So break the ice. What'd she say?
I made sous chef that she wanted to bring me on as her sous chef.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So I was so fucking scared. We went to get coffee and I was like, I don't even think I can get a cup of coffee in my stomach. And me to turn down a cup of coffee.
Unheard of.
Unheard of.
Yeah.
So we go, I make sous chef. And from that point, you couldn't tell me shit.
Yeah.
Then we came out, everybody would come into this brunch restaurant and bitch that it was just a brunch menu. And we're like, well, okay. That's our concept. So Kelly was like, I want to come up with like a little blue plate special. I think that's what we called it, that menu. And then like after 5 o'clock, there was like 5 recipes on there. 5 plates. I came up with a chicken pot pie and these enchiladas. And Callie even put on the menu Janie's chicken pot pie. I don't think it's Janie's chicken pot pie anymore. But it's cool. Like it just made like one of like the best plates in Austin. I saw them get that. Yeah. So
I didn't see that, but I'll look.
Yeah. So I made this chicken pot pie and I remember the day we rolled it out, Gabby was the bartender and one of her friends came in and she was like, we just have this new menu. You have to try the pot pie.
Yeah.
And it was the first pot pie to be sold. So I'm so excited. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, my first chicken pot pie. I bring it to him and I'm like, I want to see you eat it. Take your first bite. And I'm like sitting there on the bar and I'm like, yeah.
Sure.
So
we need that visual for folks
yeah,
to
so
see.
I'm just like sitting there and this poor fucking guy, like he's like,
eat it.
So awkward. Like I'm so awkward. So he takes the bite and he's best fucking pot pie I've ever ate. Okay. Granted, I use so much butter in it because we're from the South. Butter runs in our veins.
100%.
And so it just became a huge thing. Yeah. And shit.
You're in a good place.
Yeah, I was in such a good place. Callie got the menus reprinted where it'd say thanks for coming in and then be like Callie, Britt, and Janie. And I have it framed. My mom came down a couple weeks after that and she made me take menus so she could frame them.
That's a mom for you.
Yeah, so I still have those and I fucking felt unstoppable.
Yeah.
So then with Hanks.
Yeah, I'm curious though.
So Cheney.
Where did we pump the brakes?
So Cheney came. Cheney was one of our pastry cooks over at Holy Roller, and she went over to Hanks.
That's right.
And so.
So Hanks opened.
Yeah. So,
without you.
Mm-hmm.
Cheney was there.
Yep. I got there a month and a half after they opened, and it was a shit show, kind of.
Okay.
So
month and a half after they opened. Wow.
Yeah. I came in super new. When I got there, they had been open for 2 months. Running a 4-man line with like 12 people.
You came as exec chef.
So I came in as a sous chef.
Okay.
When I staged, I came in, the owner, Cheney, was like, dude, I've been telling my owner about you. Like, he really wants to meet you. And I was like, Cheney, I'm happy. And she was like, dude, just come and talk.
Wow.
So I came in and I didn't want to leave Holy Roller.
Yeah.
That was my family. Like those are my fucking people.
I know that we're gonna go on, but do you have regrets leaving at all?
I do because that was my family.
I didn't know that you had succeeded into such a good place and then kind of like went out on a leap of faith.
Yeah, and I did because I needed to grow.
Yeah.
And I knew that I could grow in a restaurant, but
I think you could, yeah.
I wanted to be bigger. I wanted to go to locations and people to be like, well, she kicked ass at Holy Roller.
Right.
And then so I went and I talked to the owners
And your age is what at this time?
I was, that was just 2 years ago, so 26.
So you go in 26 as a sous.
Yep.
And then eventually
a year ago I took executive chef.
Executive chef. And are we right to say this one of the youngest executive chefs in Austin?
Youngest female executive chef. Chef. I'm not sure about male chefs, but yeah, in this broad spectrum, I am one of the youngest executive chefs in Austin. It's fucking hard.
Well, that's accomplished.
Yeah, most definitely. But so when I came to Hanks. I staged for 3 days and I wasn't supposed to tell anybody what I was coming in for. And the line treated me like shit.
Okay.
One of the lead line told me he was probably going to put me washing dishes and doing prep. And I was like, cool.
They're doing the...
Yeah, well, I'm big and mighty. I went to culinary school type shit. And I was like, cool, well, I'll get in where I fit in.
Right. The hazing.
Yeah, so they kind of figured out...
You're like, I just came from a kitchen of female. I am Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I bet you better fucking recognize, motherfucker. Look up Holy Rollers menu.
Right.
So
I'm sure that was tempting to say.
Kind of played it low key. I had skills, but I didn't let them shine.
Smart
So
approach, right?
The third day, there were 3 guys working on grill, and they couldn't figure out how to grill a fucking piece of salmon. So Andy, the owner at this time, was on Expo 24/7.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah, it was. So he yells at me. I'm like down on saute or something. He's like, Janie, go to grill and show them how to fucking grill a piece of salmon.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Somebody get me a bottle of pan spray.
Yeah.
So I grill it, and they're kind of like, oh, well, I knew how to do that. And I'm like, if you did it, then why didn't you do it?
Yeah.
And so I kind of went back and forth with them for a little while about negotiating. And at this time, like, I was breaking up with a guy I had been with for a long time. And I kind of needed to change my life. Like, the universe was pulling me away from everything, and I needed something different.
Sure.
So I ended up taking the spot at Hanks.
Probably not the easiest to say.
It wasn't.
To Callie.
So I was so scared. But she had already knew. She knew.
Okay.
So when I came and told her, she was like, "Bitch, I've been waiting for you to fucking come and tell me. Like, you don't think I know everything that you do?" And I was like,
"That doesn't surprise me, actually."
And she was like, "I know." And she was like, "I am so proud of you." And she was like, "This, you have to grow. Like, it was hard for me to leave Swift's Attic. Like, you have to grow."
Sure. Well, that's great.
Dude, I cried. Everybody cried on my last day. The dishwasher, everybody fucking cried. And I'm not a crier.
Right, yeah. But so, that's sentimental.
I was leaving my family.
Yeah, 100%.
And so I went to Hanks. And dude, it was hell. That was the hardest thing.
So it was, the restaurant got launched. It wasn't structured properly in the back of the house.
Right, correct.
And I'm sure the front of the house, the whole thing.
Everything in general.
So that's a lot of work.
It was. The executive chef that I got hired, like, that was there when I got hired, he got fired 2 days beforehand.
Oh, wow.
And it was bad. He was like calling me, texting me, and like just being out of line. And I was, Jesus. I mean, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm not even.
Is it fair to say you might have been worried about what you.
Kind of. Yeah. I was super worried going in, and Cheney kept being like,
it's okay.
Everything will be okay.
Well, good.
So
I know Cheney. That's good. I know you guys were close there during that time.
Yeah, that's my sister. And we go together, Janie and Cheney. Like, everybody thought we were the same person until like we are. Our personalities are the same. But then when you look at us, like, she's blonde hair and blue eyes. Me, I'm
could be
brown
more
hair,
different.
shit eyes. Like, it's and so Cheney kept me positive. And so I came in with another executive chef, and that was really hard because. He was old school. He grew up in kitchens in New York.
Old school as in he wants you to work longer hours, or old school as he's going to drill you?
Yeah, drill me. Not only that, belittling to the fullest. He would pick on me all the time.
Those guys are few and far between lately,
fuck
but
them.
They're still out there.
But he would pick on me all the time.
So that's not your method of chefing?
No, shit, no. Because I'm still a new chef. And so I'm a line cook at heart. I'm a freaking powerhouse on the line. But I also grew up where you treat people with respect. Like, of course, my temper flips, and I'm like, "You fucking, what the fuck are y'all doing?"
Yeah.
And it's hard, too, because my team, they're majority of guys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You motherfuckers, when I was at Holy Roller and working with all women, we didn't even have this much drama. Yeah. For you motherfuckers to be all fucking driven with testosterone, get the fuck over yourselves."
Sure.
And it's hard too because I am a woman and they're guys, and so they are already going and being a chef and like being, like, I've told you this before, like, it was hard because everybody kept pushing back. When I would try to help somebody and be like, "Well, I think this is how you should, it would be better," and they'd be like, "I know what I'm doing," and I'm like, "All right, well, fuck off.
Yeah.
If you know what you're fucking doing, then do your fucking job."
Sure.
And so it was kind of me, like, making examples, where I would have to go and fucking show them who the fuck I was.
Do it okay.
And why the fuck I got that job.
So you weren't basically being respected.
Not at all.
And so your approach was I have to demonstrate my skills so these people can actually see it, which is not always easy because you can't be sure people are looking.
No, and so not only that, but like, let's see, that first time I really made an example, I kind of told my owners like that I had a couple line cooks that just weren't doing what the fuck I said, weren't taking my guidance, wasn't doing anything. Like they were just pushing back so hard.
So you put it on his radar.
Yeah, and so I was like, what am I allowed to do? And he's like, if you don't want them there, this is your team.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're there. So
that.
yeah, my owners, they've been so great to me. And so I went in one day and they pushed back and I made an example. I said, if you don't want to fucking get with it, you know where the fucking back door is. You can kick fucking rocks. And he was like, you can't make me leave, blah, blah. And I said, says who?
Right.
And he was like, oh, I fucking have been here longer than you. I was like, I don't give a flying fuck. And at this point, my owner came in and he just kept fighting back. And I was like, you need to go. We're done here. Thank you so much for doing what you've done for Hanks, but we don't need you a part of this team anymore.
It's the first time you've ever done something like that?
Yeah.
And how was that? How was it?
I mean, then because the guy was just disrespectful as shit.
So maybe easy in a way. Yeah. In the moment.
Yeah. And so he like my owner had just walked into the kitchen, and so he like looked at him and was like, "What, are you gonna allow it?" And he was like, "This is her kitchen."
Yeah. Good.
She doesn't want you part of the team, dude. Like, she told you get with it or get gone. And so he looked at me and I just pointed at the back door.
Okay, and he left.
So he left and came back the next day and begged for his job back.
And I'm curious, how's Chef Janie deal with something like that?
So I told him, like, because
you're gonna listen. Did you give him a second chance?
I did. No. I let him speak his piece.
Yes.
And then I was like, dude, I have been here for like 2 months, and all I've done, like, I haven't tried.
Fight with you. Yeah?
I haven't tried. Like, all I tried to do was be a part of the team, and nobody wanted me there.
Yeah.
The sous chef that was because I was supposed to get hired with an executive chef, and then there was 2 sous chefs. The other sous chef fucking would send my owner text messages like, I don't know why y'all would let a fucking woman like be above me and blah, 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 and just talk shit.
Yeah.
And so they would like get together at this boys group and just talk shit and be like, how can we make her life hell?
Oh, good.
And so I fucking weeded them out one by one, where it ended up being where I damn near the whole kitchen was gone. And I kept the people who wanted to be a part of the team.
Yeah, yeah. I know that a lot of people don't get into the back of the kitchen at Hanks, and then I do.
Yep.
And I'm just impressed just sitting here listening to this.
Yeah, because now my team,
yes, it's great.
We're a family.
That's cool. I wish people could peer into what I'm visualizing.
Yeah, dude,
it's a good
because
kitchen.
now what it is now from what it used to be like, we have each other's backs like that. And I feel like sometimes I am too good to them, where I maybe love them too more than I should.
At a fault, maybe.
Maybe, but it's mutual respect, where they don't ever, there was like one time where I just kind of got weak and they tried to take advantage of me, and I was like, oh, motherfucker, don't you forget who fucking feeds you. Like,
right.
Don't forget who gives you those hours. And so that clicked back, but anytime I need anything, like if I have to get rid of somebody, everybody pulls together. When I have to go on vacation, everybody pulls as tight as they can. Like if I ever have to do anything, they have my back just like I have their backs.
Well, this is your first job as an EC,
yeah,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And you, it sounds like you're doing well.
Yeah, dude.
How do you feel?
I love it.
Yeah,
I hate it.
You love it and hate
I've never loved and hated something
thing.
so much.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think that I was going to stay executive chef. Like I really thought that I was going to come in and they were going to bring in another executive chef, and I was just stepping in that spot for a minute, and then I would go back to being a sous chef and doing what I do. But
maybe that was part of the apprehension on the part of the staff at the time to listen, because they could feel you.
Yeah. But so when I went into that role, I just did what I thought I was supposed to do.
Sure.
And I ended up, I guess, kicking a lot of ass where they were like, well, we want you to be our permanent executive chef. And I was like, wait, what?
What is the owner's names?
Andy is the man and Jesse is his wife.
Okay,
Andy
awesome.
and Jesse Means. They are so fucking awesome. I can't ask for better people. But they have so much faith in me. When we had that executive chef that was picking on me and bullying me all the time, I can take it. I can take anything that's dished at me because I grew up with 9 brothers.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
Yeah, and I just was surrounded by guys my whole life. And so I can dish whatever the fuck is thrown at my way.
Another shout out to your dad for cooking for 9.
Dude, so it wasn't all us collective.
Okay.
Everybody was everywhere else. In my household, it was just my brother and I.
Okay, all right.
But I grew up, like, all my cousins were boys. The block that I grew up on, there's 2 girls that are still my bestest friends in the whole wide world. But other than that, they were all boys. I was a boy.
Sure.
Forever. So I can take whatever's dished at me. It's
Sure.
fucking dust off my shoulder. I don't give a fuck. But he would make me feel like I wasn't deserving of my position.
Yeah, well, that's what that old school stuff is. It's degrading and belittling, and then in the hopes that when you do something right, you get a pat on the shoulder and you feel great about yourself for that little glimmer.
He didn't.
2 seconds.
He was only nice to me because I was the one person that didn't take his fucking shit. Like after a little while, like I got to a point where it broke me the fuck down.
Being treated like this.
Yeah. Because it was daily.
Listen, I don't blame you. Nobody wants to get treated
like
that.
Dude, no, fuck that. Like, fuck that. So I ended up like fucking breaking the fuck down and locking myself into the office and just bawling my eyes out.
Yeah.
Well, Andy, our owner, comes into the office and he's like, whoa. Because I'm always a bubbly, happy piece of shit that's going around laughing and having the time of my life.
Sure.
So when he came in, he was like frantic. And so I didn't want to be a fucking snitch, but I had enough.
Yeah.
And I just told him, like, I didn't
Rightfully
leave.
so, right?
Yeah, I didn't leave my fucking family at Holy Roller to come over here and get treated like this.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do that. That's not how the fuck I was raised. That these are not my values. And like, this just wasn't the way I was raised.
Yeah, yeah.
And so Andy shut that shit down. I ended up leaving that day, which I was supposed to be there all day. I think this was like at 11 o'clock in the morning. And so I left. Andy was like, you go home. Take the next couple of days off. I'll take care of it.
He's not a restaurateur before Hanks? Nothing?
No, he had owned Henri's, which was like a little cheese restaurant, wine shop. And they did a bunch of like caterings, like big caterings for big events.
Okay.
So he let me take the couple of days off. And my executive chef texted me like 15 minutes after I leave, like, why the fuck did you leave the restaurant? And he's like blowing up my fucking phone.
Yeah.
So I didn't answer. I called Andy and I was like, dude, I told you I shouldn't have fucking left. Like, what the fuck did you make me do? And so Andy was like, I'll take care of it. So the next day, his wife, Jessie, calls me and she's like, I want you to know that we have your back. We are so thankful for you to be with us that this will not happen anymore. So it stopped.
Because they got rid of him.
So no, they didn't get rid of him.
Yeah.
It ended up, some bad stuff happened, and then they ended up fucking getting rid of him. But he stopped being that way towards me. Not only that, but there was one time, like after that happened, that he tried to treat me like shit, and I was like, whoa, listen here, motherfucker.
Yeah. So you got your bearings there.
Yeah. So I finally got my feet. So then a couple months later, he did end up getting fired for some bad things. And that's when I took executive chef.
Boom. Golf clap.
Oh, God, it was hard.
Janie Strain.
Oh, it was so hard. So then I started running and not having any idea what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
I started running better numbers than that restaurant had ever seen.
There you go.
And I wasn't even trying to.
Not a bad thing.
And so I just started kicking ass. And then we got in a guy named Michael, who was our director of operations now. And dude, he is the greatest fucking person ever. And he was my person that would be like, okay, as a friend, let me tell you how you're fucking up. As a boss, let me tell you now how we're going to fix this.
Right.
And we are so fucking.
I like that approach. Shorter guy in the back?
No, he's taller.
Okay,
he's always in the front.
Okay.
I don't know a shorter guy in the back. Maybe you're talking about Felipe Malanca.
No, he's a shorter guy. I don't know. No, it's not relevant.
But he has been with us for a little while now, and he's fucking great, man. He's anytime I'm ever feeling anything, I can always sit down in the office and shut the door, and I'm like, okay, Michael, I need to talk to you, but through a friend standing, and he's like, I'm all ears. And he was what we needed. He's what I needed. When we got rid of our executive chef, we ended up bringing in a lady for our catering. Her name is Andrea, and it's like the universe was bringing people into my life that I needed.
Good.
And so she's a kick-ass fucking chef. She stepped away from the chef, and then she went into catering, and now she's our catering manager and gets us all these kick-ass fucking events.
Do you guys do the catering out of Hanks?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The catering for offsite?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's a pretty good sized kitchen.
Yeah, it's a huge kitchen.
And then it's a huge restaurant.
Huge.
So do you close down the restaurant for catering?
Yeah, so because we have our cafe, and then that can close off and then go into the restaurant, and then the restaurant can close off, and like it can just be the bar, and then we rent out the space. We have a private dining room.
So you do the catering on site?
So sometimes, but we have done a lot of catering off sites as well.
Where it's like heated and transported?
Yeah. Wow. Heated or transported, or
What an operation. These guys are going at it.
Dude. Or we'll just get all of our meals and we'll go offsite and we'll cook offsite.
Yeah. Which is also, are you part of that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm a part of every freaking thing in there. Like there's really nothing I'm not a part of except for.
Is that your first catering? I'm sorry.
So no, at Gypsy Kit back in Wichita, we did caterings.
Okay.
So I've been on a catering team, but I
not on this scale.
Nah.
And standards and quality.
No. But I'm pretty good at taking direction and being like, this is what we want and this is how it's gonna go. And I'm like, done, say no more. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
So we've been doing incredible.
Sure, cool. I was curious.
Yeah, dude, but it's fucking fuck. I never wanted to be an executive chef. I never had that in me where I'm like, one day I want to be on top.
But look at you. You're telling me that's where you are, and people are coming into your life for good reason.
And
right?
and not only that, but like Hanks, I was having a little bit of a problem with like this man being on top of women and always blah blah and like all this shit. And I was broken for a little while. And we have a bartender that I was outside on the side of the building, just sad, man. There was like a couple of months that I went through where I was not me. And I saw that, like I wasn't happy like I always am. And I was mean. And that's not me.
Right.
So Tammy is her name. Tammy, if you're listening to this, I fucking love you. But she sat outside with me, and I hadn't really ever talked to Tammy before because I thought she was just this mean Asian girl, and I was like, oh, she's a bitch.
Right. So she's saying the same thing about you.
Probably. But so she had heard, so her friend was a bartender up there, and he told her about Hanks and that we were hiring for bartenders or whatever, and she was like, she wasn't interested until she heard that the executive chef was a woman.
Oh.
So she was like, when I was broken the fuck down, she came and was like, the only reason I came here and gave this a chance was because of you.
Yeah.
Then I came in here and I saw how you were like this fucking powerhouse and kicking so much ass, and everybody just was underneath you. Like everybody listened to you and everybody respected you. And if you didn't get that respect, you demanded it. Like, and you got it.
Inspiring for her.
So
that feels good,
dude. It saved me, and I tell her like she just found out. It's like I was telling her because I met this couple at the bar, and they were asking if I had always loved working here, and I was like, oh fuck no. And I was like, there was a point, and I was like,
I
but
love that
Tammy,
answer.
and I like pointed to Tammy. I'm like, she saved me.
Yeah,
she didn't know that.
That's cool.
Yeah, dude. And she's, because I'm half Asian, so I'm not really full Asian, but I always say like, that we have to fucking stick together because we are Asian together and we're in a restaurant full of like other ethnicities, but we're like, there's only like 3 Asians in the restaurant. Us 2 and then one of my line cooks. But I mean, she saved me. When she said that to me, I was like, you know what? Fuck this.
Well, how many people have you worked for? Callie's example.
Yeah.
That you look up to, they did certain things to you. And now, without even knowing it, I'm sure that's happening.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I also, so Callie was like, Callie and Britt were the only 2 women. Other than that, it was all guys.
Yeah.
And I'm in a male dominant industry.
Yes, you are.
So I thought like maybe if I just got a wiener, I could be a man and I could be powerful, dude.
It's expensive, big changes.
Not only that, but have you seen YouTube videos of shit like that? I've watched those fucking videos. It's fucked, dude.
At all
Don't
cost.
do it. Don't. It's fucked.
These devices hear us. I'm sure it'll come up on my feed.
Oh, of course.
All right.
Of gender.
Of course. Now I need to look at this,
dude. It's fucked.
Yeah. You will get a text about that if it happens.
I hope you watch it and it fucks you up for life, like it's done to me.
Well, pretty fucked up. It might turn me around.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to become a woman, but it's fucked. Especially man going into a woman, it's fucked.
Yeah.
But that is the day where I was fucking over the shit.
Yeah.
I was over fucking putting myself on the same level as motherfuckers that were trying to degrade me. And I was like, that's not me.
Sure.
And having a brother, one of my brothers, that is big in the fucking restaurant industry.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, because he's the director of operations of Rustic, that restaurant I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So he was telling me like, the weak people will weed themselves out. Like, this is not who the fuck you are.
Good, yeah.
So you better fucking stand up tall and quit being a little whiny bitch. And I'm like, you know what? You're motherfucking right.
Well, good.
Yeah. So then from that day on, I held myself higher.
It's like growing pains.
Yeah, most definitely.
And I'm sure you'll experience more.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And then just like seeing all these fucking powerful women, and seeing how great they were. And I was like, they've got me so fucked up if they think I'm going to stoop down to that stupid man level.
Yeah.
I'm better, obviously. Not trying to pump my brake. I mean, not trying to like be crazy about myself because I'm humble as fuck, but fuck them. I'm better. And so from then on, like, I kind of went in and I had a talk with my line, and I just let them know that we are one team. Y'all want to get with it, then get with it. If not, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of people fell off. And now, like you said, my fucking team is bad to the fucking bone. Like,
it's a, you know what, it's an accomplishment to be where you are today and have to, you know, everything you just explained is not, these are heartaches.
Yeah.
It's not easy to get there.
It's not.
And I'm sure you got stuff on your plate right now.
Oh, yeah.
But what I like it, it's a great place, positive place.
I love it.
It's good to, I mean, when I go, and I know I have the random, I don't go out front and enjoy your restaurant.
You should.
But I enjoy you folks.
Yeah.
I know I should.
Yeah, we love you.
You're on the list now of these
fuck,
places
you better
to
fucking
go.
come. You're at our
You were
restaurant all the
before
damn
Suerte, so
time.
there you
Well,
go.
let's fucking go.
Let's go. I got to ask you.
Yeah.
These places here in Austin, you start mentioning. Where do you recommend?
I mean, it just depends. There's like a group. I mean, like I don't really have that much fucking free time, and if I do,
Hey, look, you're not alone.
I sleep. I sleep a lot.
Right.
I'll go get acupuncture a lot. But
Oh, no kidding.
let's see. I like to go to Comey a lot. If I have friends in town, like we'll go out, like we'll venture out, especially now because I know chefs and they know me, that I can go into places.
Yeah,
and
so where you going?
so I mean, Suerte I've been a couple of times. I really love Emmer and Rye. Let's see where else I like to go to. Man, putting on the spot, this is hard.
Emmer and Rye is a solid suggestion.
Dude,
I'm
fucking
putting you on the spot.
solid as fuck.
Yeah.
I like ramen. A lot of fucking ramen places. I mean, that's what I grew up on. That's fucking comfort food. My other white friends were eating chicken noodle soup.
So are we ramen Tatsuya? Or
Yep. Michi ramen. I just started going to Michi ramen a lot.
on Burnt or Lamar?
On Lamar, across from the Yellow Rose.
There we go.
Go get a lap dance, then go get a bowl of ramen.
Right. Or the other way around.
Or
Whichever way.
yeah, I mean, I would do a lap dance beforehand because I eat. When I get I eat, especially if I go by myself. I'm a fucking eater.
Yeah, you have to, right?
I can't get a lap dance with my stomach full. I'm gonna throw up all over somebody.
Absolutely.
That's fucked.
No, that's like, yeah, you're supposed to not even be able to get up, really.
Yeah, fuck that.
Okay, solid suggestion.
Fuck, I don't even.
Just throw the yellow rose. No, that's a
Yeah,
good
yellow.
suggestion.
I mean, strip club food's always good food.
There we go.
I don't really think I've ever gone to a strip club and not had good food. But I'm fucking simple. Like, it's funny too because like now being single, this is a fucked up world. People want to take me on. Guys want to take me on dates, and they're like, "Well, where do you want to go?" And I'm like, "I could fucking care less. We can go to Chili's if that's what you want to do." And they're like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like, I'm simple. I'm very fucking simple.
Now, I asked this question because there's always the one person who's like, it's like you run into a wall. You don't know where to eat.
Yeah.
So I only asked this question as a standard question because, like, you might say Michi Ramen and somebody goes, you know what, let's try Michi Ramen.
Yeah, I love Michi. There's another place.
But I don't hold you guys to this standard that you're supposed to be going out to eat. You guys are working.
So cheap.
Yeah.
I like to spend my money on tattoos, if you can't tell, on shoes,
yes, shoes.
on trips.
Knives, I know.
And it just I like to go to cheap places. There's this place that's like on fucking airport in Lamar. And it's called like Tea House 101 or 101 by Tea House or some shit like that.
Okay.
Dude, they got the best fucking curry.
Nice.
Ever, Japanese curry. And I think the guy in the front now has a crush on me or something because every time I go, I always get free shit.
Hey, that doesn't
Dude,
hurt.
yeah, fuck it. I don't.
This is an example. It's nice to be single.
It is nice.
Enjoy it.
It's so fucking
I've been
great.
enjoying it for some time now.
It is real nice. And just having that fucking free. I like to go eat by myself.
Do you?
I do.
That's
I
unique.
love doing stuff by myself. I'll go to movies by myself because then I
do
can
the
get
movies by myself.
get a large popcorn and nobody's gonna fucking dip into my shit.
Yeah.
But I love going to eat by myself.
Okay.
And it's been, I mean, shit, it's played in my favor a bunch because, like, let's see, last week I went and ate by myself and some random fucking guy picked up my tab at the bar.
That's nice.
I was like, this is creepy, thank you. And he's like sitting there looking at me and I'm like, oh, God damn it.
Yeah. Got to get out of here.
Yeah, so I like to, not only that, but if I go eat by myself, I will always pay for other people's food in the restaurant where I like pick out people.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never done that.
I do that every time I go out to eat by myself.
What if their tab's like way more than you thought?
I mean, it's been like that a couple times.
You're like, never mind.
But I
I'm sorry.
like that when people, like when you, like they're like, wait, what? Somebody, they're like looking around and there's that. I love fucking that. And that's why what got me into a fucking kitchen is because when people eat food and they're so fucking happy, that look on people's faces when they eat something that is delicious, that you can't. There's nothing better. But when you pay for somebody's tab.
Yeah. It's just like straight pleasure.
Yeah.
Sure. I get it.
And I go out to eat by myself once a week. Sometimes
cool.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 times a week.
Wow. Yeah.
But I will, if it's even just like one person's tab, be like, that old man over there, I want to pay for his tab.
Right. She's like, he's been drinking for a week.
Yeah,
here.
I know. He actually does not leave here. He lives here. That's like, I went to Dan's, that burger place or whatever.
Yeah.
I've never eaten there before. And everybody kept telling me their breakfast
If you
was...
want a good greasy burger, go to Dan's.
Well, I've never had a burger from there. I went and had their breakfast. I don't remember what it was, but it was Christmas Eve, and I paid for everybody's tab, everybody's ticket that was open in the restaurant. That little, I mean, because it's small, but it was Christmas Eve, and I felt like I wanted to make people happy.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stalk you and follow you when you go out to
So
eat.
yeah, you can.
Down.
I'll fucking pay for your meal. I'm like, what the fuck is Jason? Jason, god damn it!
And then show up to the next place you're at next
Dude,
week.
I love that. But my parents
cool.
were like that.
That's
Like my
cool.
dad, my mom and dad. So Wichita Falls, they got a Starbucks, and everybody fucking went crazy. My dad would be the type of
They
person.
do that there, right? A lot of you pick up the tab for the person.
Oh yeah,
behind you.
a lot because it's a small town. It's not really that small, but everybody knows everybody. Can't do anything bad without your parents finding out and you getting in shit grip of trouble.
I like the game at Starbucks. My only gripe with, if you want to call it a game, is that I only get a black coffee.
Dude, fuck Starbucks.
Well, I go there all the time out of convenience. But I'll go get a black coffee and they'll be like, oh, the person before you. And I'm like, well, mine is like the cheapest thing on the menu.
I know, motherfuckers. So my dad would go, both my parents, and they'd give like $100 bill and be like, I want the rest to go to everybody that comes behind me.
That's some solid just people skills there.
So, and now recently, I know this is some people may shame me for this, but I have recently tried Summer Moon coffee. Have you ever tried it before? Dude, They have this fucking milk and it's called Moon Milk.
Why would people shame you? Because
they're like super pro-choice. Like they were fucking. I don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, you shamed me for going to Starbucks. I don't care.
Because Starbucks fucking sucks.
It's everywhere,
dude. No,
and I
fuck
like
Starbucks. Fuck Starbucks.
I don't know where else to go.
But I fucking love Summer Moon. Like you drink it, and I'm like, and it's funny because they're like pro-choice. You don't have a fucking choice. Like if you get pregnant, bitch, you better have that baby.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, they're pro-choice because you don't have a choice if they're gonna put crack in your coffee or not, because it's just fucking coming like that. You ain't got no fucking choice. But
there's a good way to look
dude,
at it.
oh, it's so awesome. And not only that, but I feel like if you have political views, keep it to your fucking self, especially if you own a fucking business. Fucking your view, you can believe whatever the fuck you want to fucking believe. Keep it to your fucking self.
I mean, I agree. I would never get on here and start preaching about anything.
Me neither. People can believe what they want. My parents have different beliefs than me. That's not like I'm not going to be like, you know what, Mom? I can't fucking talk to you anymore because you don't believe in the same things I do.
No, but we've seen that the last few years with families.
Oh, it's big. Well, yeah. And my mom is, when I fucking go visit her all the time, I have to be like, if she ever gets on her rants, I'm like, I need you to shut the hell up.
Yeah.
I'm here on vacation.
I go through that too a little bit.
But if you haven't tried Summer Moon,
it's
fucking crack.
There's a wonderful suggestion.
If I haven't gone to get, and like we have coffee at Hanks, and it's fucking killer.
Yeah.
I get free coffee.
Is it that cuvee coffee?
No, we get it from, I don't know.
Shows?
It's like a special blend.
Okay.
I don't really know. We just got a new,
It always smells good.
Yeah, it's fucking great. Goddamn coffee. But Summer Moon, man.
Summer Moon.
I've favored it to our restaurant before and felt in shame.
What about cookbooks on your end? I know you've been
buying cookbooks. I have a lot of cookbooks.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Do you have any like go-tos like that you would suggest that people pick up?
So I started watching this show on.
I suggest this one
on Bread on the Table. We have this one at the restaurant actually for my bakers.
There you go.
Well, I've been watching on Netflix this show called Meat Eater.
Oh yeah.
I bought all of his cookbooks.
Steve Ranella?
I think
something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's fucking badass cookbooks.
Really? So he has cookbooks. But like this, like proteins these are like wild games.
Yeah. And I grew up hunting. I can fucking skin and gut any animal you throw my way.
Okay. So then it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Why you're
So like when I did it, I'm like, oh my God. And it's funny. My friends fucking hate it because they're like, let's watch TV. And I'm like, oh, I got the perfect show.
A Meat Eater.
And it's like all these girls. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So the Meat Eater has a cookbook?
Dude, they got cookbooks. He has like fucking books to show you like if you kill stuff, how to skin it.
Suggestion.
It's really awesome. Maddie Matheson's cookbooks.
Yeah,
dude, I fucking love him.
Yeah, he's a riot.
Dude, he came down one time for
always click.
He came down for Hot Luck one time, and it was when I was at Holy Roller, and I was fangirling. I'm like, bro.
Oh, did he?
I have followed you my whole life.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing.
And he ended up like writing me back and being like, dude, I have so much on my fucking plate. If I can squeeze a little bit of free time, I will come by your restaurant. Obviously,
Windows,
he didn't
Bon Appetit
do it.
folks coming to town, I like message them. I'm like, come on the podcast.
Yeah.
They don't say no.
So,
they actually will talk to me.
Yeah,
like,
and that's what
cool.
Maddie Matheson did. And I was like,
get blown away.
Bro. I was like, we're basically fucking best friends now.
He is a fucking riot. If you just turn somebody on to Maddie Matheson who hasn't heard about him, they'll be thanking you.
Yeah, for sure. Because that's how I was. I didn't know about him, and then somebody was like, "You should watch him. You were just like him, but in a woman version, a little bit skinnier."
I could now.
I was like, okay, a little skinnier.
And
the
tattoos as well.
Yeah, dude, and he's just the fucking his words, like everything he says.
Does he let it hang out,
dude? Yeah, fuck. Let's see I just got another cookbook. I have a lot of like Asian cookbooks.
I really dig these suggestions. Folks steer towards more like traditional.
No, I'm not traditional at fuck. I mean, I'm out of the box. I got a collection of cookbooks. I got a lot of cookbooks that my mom gave to me that were like my grandmother's.
And I just have to do this because why not? This you might be interested in.
The peach tortilla.
Right. Asian influence.
From Tokyo to Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you not been over there?
No.
Oh, wow. You should.
I'm missing out?
You should definitely go. This is one of those places you should 100% go to. Bar Peach or Peach Tortillas.
So it's funny. One time I tried to go there and the wait was too long and I can't wait.
Yeah.
If I'm fucking hungry, it's either eat something or murder somebody.
I have this horror story, but I don't go out to eat very often, and I went to go party on my birthday. Not party, just eat good.
Yeah, for sure.
Spend as much as I could, and wow. It was bad. I mean, the first place, I'm not going to name it. I couldn't go because it was closed for a private event.
Bastards.
The next place I went down, I said, I want the tasting menu. They couldn't do it for me. And I was there right at opening. And then I had to end up somewhere else where it was delicious, only to discover the next day that we knew the general manager and could have got a substantial discount.
Way to go, assholes.
But it was fucking good.
Yeah, I like...
third time's a charm.
They always...
So.
I'm going to have to... Let me take a picture so I can remind myself to buy this one.
That's on Amazon. Of course, buy it locally.
Dude.
Eric Silverstein. Man's a genius. He's harboring wonderful folks.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like local stuff, especially if it's Texas. I'm such a damn Texan to the T.
There you go.
I'm such a Texan. It's bad. But anything that's from Texas or anything, I'm so proud.
Well, that's Ranch Riders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Texas to the T, bro.
Absolutely. Love these guys.
Yeah. Me too now. Shit. Didn't know about them before.
So anybody wants to go up to Hanks, see Chef Janie?
Yeah, please.
Holler at
Ask
her.
for Chef with the tattoos. That's majority of people know me as.
There we go.
Yeah.
You go up there. You guys are open all day, every day.
Dude, all day, every day.
Every day. And I know we had Heidi, who's a fan of the podcast, who moved here recently.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
She said, where do I go to eat? I said, go to Hanks.
And she loved it.
And she wanted to hear you on this podcast. So there you go.
That
Heidi.
was so exciting. I really, really appreciate that.
And look, I knew she'd love it, and I haven't even eaten.
I know. That was so awesome. It made my day.
Well, there you go.
Getting that notification.
Good.
That was fucking awesome.
Well, Chef Janie, thank you for coming. You have to come back.
Yeah, of course, please.
Bring somebody.
Yeah, Brenda, my sous chef.
There we go.
She's kick
Let's
ass,
do it.
dude.
Brenda, yes.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Love Brenda.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you coming.
Of course, thanks for having me.